Welcome back to Suns Valley, another player preview. Jusuf Nurkic's backup center that was his backup center in Portland for years. Now, Sundo, we've been researching Drew Eubanks, the Portland native, and there's lots of things to like about his game. I just wanted to note that we're really close with the Blazers Uprise community, and they seem 50-50 split on whether or not Drew Eubanks is actually better than Nurkic and should have been starting in front of him. I know right now we're all really high on Nurkic, and I hope it stays that way. But I have a feeling that throughout this year, a theme is going to be half of Suns fans split on the two players. What were your thoughts, Sundo, as we started watching more tape on Drew Eubanks?
Well, when I first started watching Drew Eubanks, I watched it in a lens of comparing him to, other centers around the league. More importantly, DeAndre Ayton, right? Because that's who we used to have. But as we went about it, I started thinking of it more in the context of this offense and what we're going to do and who else is on this team. And so I had to think of it in the context of Nurkic. And so there's a little bit of contrast there. One already that I've seen is that Eubanks seems to have a little bit more juice in his legs than Nurkic. He has a little bit of more hop. His ability to get blocks is a little uncanny. I mean, dude just seems to come up with blocks left and right. And so that part of his game, I really do like. The hustle, the ability to get blocks, the ability to get rebounds. He does seem to have a little bit of juice.
I really feel like he has no business being as bouncy as he is. Kind of reminds me of like a white Biombo.
Biombo. Drew Mac Biombo.
There you go. Guys, this video is sponsored by BetUS. We're sponsored by them and their sportsbook this entire season, so get used to us talking about them. We're using them. We want you guys to use them with us. We've got a link for you. But Sundo, tell them about BetUS.
Well, BetUS is a leading online platform. It offers a wide range of sports betting and also casino games. And if you're wondering, hey, I'm real nervous about using sport books, don't worry. BetUS has a good reputation of being reliable, secure, and having great and excellent customer service. Click on the link in the description below from BetUS to get started today. It's real simple. Click on the link, sign up, make a username, password, all of that stuff. And when you decide to sign up, BetUS will match your deposit up to 125%, minimum $100 deposit. So you put in 100, they're going to give you 125. Use the promo code JOIN125 when you use this sign up though.
What I love, Sundo, is they've got betting action on all sports. Of course, we'll be focused on the basketball side, but the fun does not stop there. You can get in on all kinds of action on football, soccer, baseball. You can bet pregame, live betting. They've got parlays and prop bets. Last season, you might have seen me on the stream winning a few parlays. I'm going to be doing all of those through BetUS this season, and so will Sundo. In fact, this very microphone paid for it with a parlay, Sundo.
Right now, BetUS has a ton of promotions on the website. As I mentioned before, the 125% bonus. They also have a 10% cash bonus, 20% cash bonus, promo codes 10 cash, promo codes 20 cash. There are so many opportunities for you to sign up, or if you are already a member, to re-up on some of these bonuses as well. So make sure you take a look at that. And speaking of your prior experience, Gabe, in betting, right now there is an NBA specials bet specifically for the Phoenix Suns. Bradley Beal, Kevin Durant, and Devin Booker, total games played combined. That means all three of them have to play the game at the same time. Right now, a combined bet of 154 and a half games, over or under. Gabe, if I'm being honest, I might take the under on this one.
So that's 51 and a half games combined, all three of them playing together. I think I would go under too, and I hate to say it.
I know, man, it's tough, but hey, there are plenty of bets like this on BetUS for NBA, not just the Phoenix Suns. So there are tons of opportunities and tons of different bets for you to bet on. So go check them out.
So open up a tab, go to betus.com, and sign up using our referral code in the description so that you can start betting on your favorite sports and games today. And remember, they have awesome customer support and options. They'll live chat with you. They'll talk to you through email. They even have great phone support if that's what you prefer. Shout out again to BetUS. During our Jordan Goodwin video, you mentioned that's probably just going to be the guy that you can't help but root for extra all season. I'm scared that Eubanks is going to be my guy, and he'll be my 7th guy. But I'm afraid I'm going to be head over heels for this guy because of the athletic plays that he can make. He's not perfect. I know he chases blocks. I know he gets stuck out on the perimeter guarding guards that he probably should have switched back to his guy on. But I do like that he cares about protecting the rim. Half the time it looks like he's playing volleyball out there, just spiking the damn ball. He could probably be getting some snatch blocks if you think about it, if he would just wrap his hands around the ball instead of spiking it into the 8th row.
Yeah, no kidding. There's a lot of times I feel like watching his highlights, like I just like, dude, how do you not get a defensive 3 seconds? Because he's just waiting to pounce on those blocks sometimes, and like that's just something I noticed too. Like, you're right, he does anticipate those blocks really well, sometimes to his own detriment.
Offensively, you're looking at, weirdly enough, hook shots. Dude's hitting sky hooks from everywhere. He's got a good floater game. And what makes me feel comfortable in saying that he's good at those things, and it's not just we watched some highlights where he hit them, his field goal percentage is up there as one of the best in the league. He doesn't miss a lot of shots, and he takes a lot of open shots.
You know, when you said hook shots and floaters, I just couldn't help but cringe. You know where I'm going with this, because the last backup center that we had, his hook shots were awful. His floaters were just, oh my gosh, ugly. And so when you said that, I cringed a little bit because I'm like, oh no, we don't need that. But you're right. He seems to be really comfortable doing those things, and it doesn't look painful for him to do it. My only critique to him is his shooting motion. He's got this weird lean forward shooting motion he does from the 3-point range. It's odd, but I mean, we don't expect him to be a sniper out there. We don't expect him to be out there shooting threes all the time. So that's just a small complaint there. As long as dude has hops, as long as dude plays defense and, you know, protects the paint, I'm good with it. It's weird because, like, ironically, we are talking about him as if we would talk about Bismack Biyombo last year. Like, as long as our backup center protects the paint and gets rebounds and maybe occasionally gets a few buckets here and there, we'll be fine.
We definitely see some similarities with Biyombo. Athleticism, blocking shots. I think he's a better dunker, though. He gets up higher. But also, with Bismack, there was never a time that you would accept him shooting a 3-pointer. That would be...
That is true.
With Eubanks, it's not a beautiful release, but it kind of works. His percentage looks terrific, 38.9 on the whole season. But I looked through, and he don't take a lot of threes, really. It's like less than half of a 3 per game. But on the ones that he does take, he's shooting a high clip. So maybe that extrapolates out further if he gets to take a lot more attempts. But we've talked before, Vogel's probably not even going to be wanting that from him. But I do like that he can hit the 3.
Comparing him to Nurkic, I already know which one I prefer of the two, and it's Jusuf Nurkic, obviously. But like you said, there's always going to be that ongoing debate, you know, coming from Blazers fans that we know, that will Nurkic play a full season? Will he get hurt and not be able to play a full season and then bring in and enter Drew Eubanks? But I'm going to be honest, I prefer Nurkic. I just prefer that presence there, that his ability, his game knowledge there. I prefer to see him there for his savviness and knowing what to do. Drew Eubanks, I feel like sometimes, as we mentioned, will be a liability in certain aspects.
For me, I'd say Nurkic is the better center overall, but this is a good problem to have. It's, in my opinion, good to have centers that are closer in talent than the drop-off you had last season when Ayton came out, and you had to turn to somebody like Jock Landale, who ended up winning us over, right? But Bismack Biyombo, there was no upside when they came onto the court. I'm willing to believe that Eubanks is going to become a fan favorite, and some people will think that he's better. We'll keep an eye on that all season. And I'm glad we've got the depth that we do at center, because Frank talked about he's going to play bull at the 4 and the 5. Sometimes we're going to go small ball with him at the 5 and do some unique things. Tell us what you guys think, though, of Drew Eubanks. We'll see you guys very soon for the first live stream. Cannot wait. Till then, go Suns.